Is it recording? Okay. Sorry, I was asking me a question. I was like, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna make a video, maybe going over an example advertisement argument essay and some ideas for the advertisement argument essay. Uh, Excuse me, as you're concluding, and I apologize. I've been reading literary analysis essays for my 16-week classes and trying to get those done. And all right, well, let me pause this recording, open up an example essay, and uh, see if there's any questions I can answer. And anyway, so let me pause this and open up an example. All right, so the first thing we're going to look at actually is our bright space. So let me share our bright space, go to the home page, share our bright space, kind of look at what we are doing at the very end of the semester. So we've gotten to the end of this 8-week semester, and we are going to content. And we are finishing up this week 7. Okay, good. We begin writing the advertisement argument essay this week. So we begin this week. Students have chosen a commercial to analyze, a music video for comparison. We'll revisit chapter 1. Anyway, I think we got that. A peer review discussion. So let's go to, I think I'll go to peer review discussion here in just a moment. See what we have there. And let's look at ending block in next week. So next week is block 4, and that's where we talk about that our academic identity. So at the conclusion of the semester, students must assemble a presentation that reflects their growth as a person. You can look at the formation of your ethos and academic identity. Just who are you? So you can look at your favorite memoirs, pictures and ideas from any assignments, any ideas from college or high school, pictures and stories of their pets, siblings, home, and family. So I just wanted you to see is that there's no difference between who I am and look at that cherished story. I'll open that up today. I have one already. All right, so that's next week. And really, I mean, you can make that Wednesday and share it Thursday, right? And so let's see, when is that academic? The presentations due Thursday. I mean, you can do that Wednesday and then, share it on Thursday. It shouldn't take you very long to create a presentation and upload that. And I'll make sure we have a place to upload it. So I should be able to look at discussions and peer review to look at. So here's, okay, good. A lot of us who got this. All right. So let's look at some of these ideas. All right, so that's really good. So we've got we have our music video and a commercial. And so the only thing you would need, Emerson, would be perhaps a an academic source that goes along with what you want to bring into this argument. Let's see. Coca-Cola, happiness starts with a smile. Corey Asbury's reckless love, right? So you can have any kind of academic source. I don't know why I keep forgetting the word academic source. Academic source that that ends with .org, .gov, and .edu, that perhaps goes into family, that perhaps goes into again, whatever you want to talk about. We want to bring in, let's see. Oh, there's a lot of Coca-Cola commercials. Okay, maybe this is talking about his parents, discussion relationship between him and his 3-year-old daughter is really good. So maybe an academic source that so we're at Autumn, maybe an academic source that talks about, the importance of parents in a family, the importance of parent and child. Any I would go to a .edu, an educational website that looks at again the ideas between parents and children. That's good. Let's see. I think we're getting it. I think we're doing all right here. All right, I was a little bit worried because I feel like I kind of left you at the beginning of this week because I had so many essays to grade. I meant to kind of look at this earlier this week about finding that academic source, but I think you guys are doing really good. Women's power and leadership. So I think Sydney, I think you're going to be able to find an academic source that talks about women in leadership roles if you want to. So I think we're getting it. So again, the main thing that I want to see is that we have we have 3 sources and that we've cited those 3 sources. So I'll make sure I put an example works cited page also. But looking at your ideas here, I think they're all going in a good direction. Also for comp one, they can be argumentative style. If they're not like a true argument, it's okay. It can be where we can at least discuss it. If it's not comp two, we do focus in on a true argument where, where we have to have a counter argument and I have to be able to argue against it. But we want to make sure the biggest thing when writing these essays is make sure we don't get cliche. Let's make sure that we don't get cliche as in, and with that second person you, if I'm sorry to be mean, but if I find any second person, I'm going to make an announcement right now that if I find any second person you will lose all points on because by the third essay, we should know new announcement. You will lose all 25 points. Oh, that's called the revision checklist. I'm making an announcement and revision checklist and you. Students, please use I'm going to make an announcement really quickly. I'm going to pause this as I make this announcement. All right, I made that announcement. So we have that revision checklist. I'm going to make sure it is under content. So if it's not there yet, it will be. But I put students, please use the revision checklist for the final essay. These common mistakes that are on the revision checklist will cost students all 25 points on the revision checklist. I still have students using that second person you in the literary analysis. So I said, do not use second person. We only want third person on that literary analysis essay. I still got, when you read, have you ever, so if we have second person you yourself, if we have contractions, it's, can't, don't, won't, couldn't, shouldn't, those, and cliches. You should love your life. You should cherish those ones you love, right? We need to bring something new and original to this final essay. It only has to be about 3 pages, which is fine, and it has to compare what's it called, the ethos or it has to compare how they use us or your specific emotions in their in their commercial, right? So let's make sure we don't have any of those. I'm going to go over an example essay now because I don't want to take up too much time here. All right, so here we're going to share this example. Where are we at? Oh, there we go. Example tutorial. All right. So here is an example outline of an essay that a student wrote. And so we have the introduction. Children or young adults need a hero or a positive influence. They also turn to social media. A thesis statement, the use of emotional storytelling and stubborn love and the extra gum commercial through imagery, relationships, and music elicits pathos that connect with the viewer's experience of love and heartbreak. So it was a really loaded thesis with the students, right? Here's the description. They described the commercial. And this is what I want to get into. So there are 3 points. There are 3 points is that the commercial and the music use imagery, it uses relationship, and it uses music. So these are the 3 points that a student went into, and the conclusion, they sum it up. So they brought back their story. I do one of the main requirements for this essay, or that I really want to see, it's whenever I say requirements, it's not like you're going to do poorly if you don't do this, but this class is all about us. Like, this class is all about the formation of our ethos, our academic identity. So I would like for us to use first person in this essay. This essay should be first person. This essay should be first person. I'm going to warm up my coffee. Of course, it's going on noon. Anyway, so let's get down to here. I already have this again, this is a student essay that we turned into, they helped me turn into, an example for a lot of students, mostly because I used stubborn love. But anyway, so here, connection through emotion. Now this is what they called their essay. By the third essay, we really need to be calling it something better than the argumentative essay, right? We want to claim our essays with a title. So we have an introduction, the impact of emotions and media and advertising, emotional resonance in music videos and commercials can strengthen connections. 3-point thesis, right? And so, but the main thing that I want you to look at is just the body paragraph. So they describe their commercials and all that, but let's just look at the body paragraphs. That's the main thing that I want us to look at, right? So the body one, they used imagery, the visual representation of emotions. The music video portrays sadness, longing through the couple's struggles with a child. The presence of the child adds depth, showcasing innocence amidst adult challenges. Really good. So they had their second kind of point these are the 2 points that they make among this big point. So the big point is that it uses imagery to relate to our emotions. See, it uses imagery to relate to us as a person, right? So relatable situations, scene depicting real life struggles, enhancing the viewer's connection, right? So that's what we want to think. We want to think, okay, what is the big idea? What is it? What does the commercial use? What do we see and hear in the commercial that plays on our emotions, that uses our emotions to sell their product, right? And use the music video to help you understand that too. Both the music video and commercial use visuals that evoke nostalgia and warmth, right? The second body paragraph is about relationship, the couple in the music video, the father-daughter relationship in the extra gum commercial. So they both use relationship. Then body 3 is music, emotional composition and stubborn love, soundtrack of the extra gum commercial, and then they sum it all up. So let me pause this. I'll share this with us in a moment. I have a second one that I want to bring. All right, let me share the Deion Sanders one. So here's a Deion Sanders commercial. So here is this is their introduction begins a lot like how I think is the best way to introduce this is with our personal experience. So their introduction goes into that this person has been an athlete since grade school. They learn to strive, accomplish goals, and not give up. The commercials, such as Nike, uses emotions to get athletes to invest in their company. The inspirational tactics of camera techniques, relationships, and music stir athletes' pathos to reveal the ethos of Nike. Fantastic essay right here. They describe the Nike commercial. You don't have to describe the music video because you're using the music video to help you describe things in the commercial. So we really just need a description of the commercial, right? And so their body 1 is all about camera techniques. It goes from clear to blurry. It's black and white to color, close face-ups, close-ups of the face. Why does it do things like that? Why? What impact do the camera techniques have? Body 2, relationships with coaches. His vernacular, Deion Sanders' vernacular, means the way he's talking. The coach's relationship to transition to relationship with Sanders, right? So we think of our coaches when we're listening to Deion Sanders, has a feel like the locker room. And then music, right? So Nike uses inspirational tactics of camera techniques, relationships, and music to convince athletes that they care if they chase their dreams. All right, so here's a couple just example outlines that are really good. If you are an athlete, here's a best one to go with. And even if you're not, the easiest way to me to write this essay is to begin our introduction, to begin relating to the commercial. It's like, how do I relate to this commercial? And then transition into commercialism in general, and then transition into your 3-point thesis. Describe the commercial, go into body paragraphs, and sum everything up. This is the best way to write this essay. All right, so I'm going to upload those to Brightspace. Let me know if you have any questions. I meant to do that a little bit earlier, so I sincerely apologize. But as you're writing, if you've got some ideas down, now you can say, okay, how can I organize these ideas? What can I do with these ideas? All right, so let me know if you have any questions.